Welcome to the home of WWE news, rumors, and gossip in real time. Click the bell, subscribe, and turn on all notifications today. Don't forget to become a channel member and send a super thanks donation below. And now, your host. He is the most consistent and dedicated in YouTube history, Seanzviewent.
It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Well, for some of you, you may be watching Dynamite. It means AEW, but for you, it means Sean's View coming right at you from a cell phone, an iPhone, iPad, laptop, desktop, TV, PC, whatever it may be. This is the way it goes. This is the show. Ladies and gentlemen, right at the top of the video, we're not going to waste any of your valuable time. Jade Cargill's nasty injury, her being bludgeoned on SmackDown, had fans seriously worried about Jade Cargill and her future with the WWE. But now there is a huge update on her condition. Ladies and gentlemen, is it severe? Is it career-threatening? Does she have a hematoma? Does she have a concussion? Is she brainless? What is going on with Jade Cargill? We have the hottest, the latest, the greatest, and newest right now for you. Remember to hype up the video. Donate below with a super thanks donation by using your credit card right below in the comment section. According to PW Insider, word backstage at Monday's Raw was that Jade Cargill only needed stitches to close the large gash she suffered above her left eyebrow. Despite how brutal it looked, she did not require any plastic surgery, which is a huge relief considering how deep the cut appeared in the photos she later posted. The injury happened when Nia Jax drove Cargill face first into the steel ring steps during the triple threat match. The impact caused immediate bleeding, and ringside medics rushed to treat her while the cameras continued rolling. After the show, fans saw footage of her being escorted to the back with a towel pressed to her face. Cargill later shared photos of the cut on Instagram, making it clear that she is unfazed and committed to the game. Internally, WWE officials are hopeful that she could be cleared to return within just a few weeks. There's no sign that she's been pulled from the road, which means she could be back on TV sooner than most expect. For now, according to those that know, the dirt sheets, the websites, the newsletters, fans remain, the focus remains on her recovery, but with the kind of girl she is and the kind of grit she has, it is clear that Jade isn't going anywhere. How do you feel about the way WWE handled Jade's injury? Do you think that she should be allowed extra time to recover or get back into the ring? Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, at this time and at this hour, breaking news on a former WWE champion returning. A Wrestlemania main eventer coming back to the WWE. This man has won the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, this man, again, a former WWE champion. A man that has competed with the likes of Randy Orton and John Cena. Even the late, great Eddie Guerrero. Ladies and gentlemen, in a breaking news update, very pivotal, very volatile. According to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the insiders at this time, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear as if the man himself, the biggest little man, the 619 Rey Mysterio, is nearing a return to the WWE after almost a year, or seemingly a year away, nearing his return following a groin tear injury. Your thoughts on the return of Rey Mysterio to WWE TV once again. Bubba the Love Sponge nears settlement in Hulk Hogan documentary lawsuit. After weeks of legal chaos, it looks like the battle over the video that killed the radio star may finally be cooling down. Can't we just let Hulk Hogan rest? Hulk Hogan, man, just let the man rest. It's so sad to see Hulk Hogan's beer commercials still on, knowing the man's dead, knowing the man has passed away, knowing that Hulk Hogan is no longer with us in this life, in this world, no longer breathing air. It is a very, very sad thing, probably one of the biggest deaths in the world of professional wrestling. Ric Flair loses 4-minute plank challenge to daughter Charlotte Flair. Ric Flair is still training, still trying to work out, still trying to impress, still trying to be the very best even at his age. WWE Roman Reigns update right here and right now. WWE drops unseen footage of Roman Reigns after Raw return with a message for the locker room. Is Roman Reigns truly, really here to stay? Ariel Helwani thinks that Ronda Rousey's MMA training videos could signal a real comeback to UFC? Do you want to see Ronda Rousey in a UFC octagon again? Or do you think Ronda Rousey should be in a WWE ring once again? Or will it be both MMA and the WWE? Or as they say, money does talk. Vicky Guerrero explains how a fan flipping her off created the excuse me moniker, the excuse me word, the excuse me that, well, became very popular with Vicky Guerrero, the former general manager. Also, we got breaking news on Crown Jewel and CM Punk. Listen to this one, viewers. CM Punk hasn't wrestled since tearing it up at WWE WrestlePalooza in September. But fans are already speculating about when they'll see the Second City Saint in action once again. A new promotional banner is fueling that CM Punk could be heading back to the ring sooner than expected. An image Ringside News was able to obtain shows CM Punk included in the official promotional material for WWE's Crown Jewel Premium Live event in Perth, Australia. The banner features CM Punk alongside the great John Cena, Seth Rollins, the incomparable Roman Reigns, the hot Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, and other top stars. A clear sign that WWE is positioning CM Punk for a big role at the show, but we just don't know what it's going to be, who he's going to be against. Maybe it'll be a pipe bomb. Maybe it'll be an in-ring promo. What do you think CM Punk should do at WWE Crown Jewel? The Crown Jewel Premium Live event takes place October the 11th at the RIC Arena in Perth, Australia. While Punk's last match hasn't been confirmed, his presence on the promotional banner indicates that the WWE could have major plans for him. But of course, plans can change and CM Punk may not be used. CM Punk may not be utilized. I don't know. Jack Perry addresses AEW promo that was ruined by Taco Bell commercial run-in. Yes, Taco Bell is ruining things for professional wrestling in 2025. Former WWE star Shelly Martinez eyes horror crown in face of Halloween competition. The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's SUV swarmed by autograph resellers outside Jimmy Fallon taping. And what do you think about Jimmy Fallon coming back to late night television once again? Also, we got a breaking news development. Bully Ray questions if WWE would let the Hardys take NXT titles to TNA Bound for Glory. The Undertaker didn't want the streak to end, as says the call wasn't his. Also, breaking news, guys. This should never happen. It should never go down like this. It should never transpire like this. You know, it should not take weapons and guns and knives to end something or start even something. Reba Hardy was in a terrifying incident unfolded right outside her home, right outside her house, when a man parked in front of her house. And we all know Reba Hardy, Matt Hardy, the Hardy Boys, the Hardy Brothers, allegedly hurled slurs at her and even threatened to shoot her after she asked why he was on her property. Hardy took to Instagram to share the footage of the encounter following police questioning the man while he sat in his vehicle. She detailed exactly what happened in her post. This psycho was staked out in front of my house, calling me a slurred word and then threatened to shoot me and asking what he was doing on my property. Reba also shared a screenshot of disturbing comments the man made, allegedly posted online. In the comment, he claimed to live in the same town as the Hardys and launched a series of offensive remarks about her while praising her husband, Matt Hardy. As someone who lived in the same town as them, I can personally say that Reba is a CT to everyone. She's just as entitled, racist piece of who only cares about herself. It's strange. The entire city loves Matt, but all of us hate this CUNT with a passion. Hardy clapped back at the hypocrisy in his accusations, mocking his attempt to play the victim after threatening her. Won't someone think of this poor, oppressed Y2 man experiencing racism at my hands? This you, babe? This whole situation is straight up unhinged. Reba Hardy dealing with some random guy pulling about her house, throwing slurs and threatening to shoot her with a gun. That is beyond messed up. Props to her for staying calm and putting him on blast. And thank God the cops showed up before it could got much worse. Obviously, guys, again, I don't know why it has to come to this. Why does it have to go to this level? You don't have to like somebody. You can hate somebody. You can like some. The bottom line is it doesn't have to come to killings and shootings and stabbings and weaponry and all those different things. There are other ways to settle different things. You can either talk it out, you can hug it out, you can call the cops, you can call the FBI, you can call whoever the hell you want to be, but it should never escalate. It should never get to this level because it is absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. TNA Wrestling's weekly live ambitions put on ice. As of 2025 tapings are confirmed. Also, breaking news as Tony Khan reacts to Beth Phoenix's arrival at AEW All Out. And what did you think about Beth Phoenix's arrival in AEW? It all boils down to your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on the matter. Also, Orange Cassidy admits that his 6-month-long injury hiatus was his longest in 20 years. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we have a breaking news update on The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Are they set for one more battle at WrestleMania for the 4th time in history? The Rock, Stone Cold, one more time. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is opening up about one of the most emotional moments in WWE history the night Stone Cold Steve Austin stepped away from the ring at WrestleMania 19 in 2003. This was his very last wrestling match, says The Rock. I had the honor of wrestling Stone Cold in his final match. And as you leave the business, it's the right thing to do. It's the respectable thing to do, is to lose as you leave and put the guy over. Let this guy who's going on to the next chapter win. Even more powerful was Austin's selflessness, as The Rock explained. And he didn't have to, because he was the biggest star in wrestling, but he did. He put me over. What followed was a rare private moment between the icons as The Rock pinned one of the greatest of all time. As I was pinning him, I rock bottomed him 3 times. By the way, like Kurt Angle, he had a broken neck in his wrestling career. And after the 1, 2, 3, I leaned down in his ear and I said, I love you, man. And he said, I love you too. This wasn't the only time Stone Cold Steve Austin showed respect for The Rock behind the curtain. According to The Rock, their legendary WrestleMania rivalry wasn't some corporate idea from WWE Creative. It was Austin himself who made it happen. I was not in a position to say, let me and you headline WrestleMania. He had to say it. The Rock then revealed that Stone Cold Steve Austin made the call to Vince McMahon, and he went to Vince McMahon in January of 1999 during the first outing between the two. I think he said, I want to main event WrestleMania with The Rock. The rest, as they say, is history, but the mutual respect and loyalty between the two wrestling's biggest icons is still hitting fans decades later. However, it's worth noting that while WrestleMania 19 was long believed to be Stone Cold Steve Austin's final match, his retirement match, his swan song, to go off into the sunset and call it a day, it technically wasn't. Nearly 2 decades later, almost 20 years later, Stone Cold Steve Austin shocked fans by coming back out of retirement for a no-holds-barred match at WrestleMania 38 in 2022. Which I can't believe that's already going back 3 years. Can you imagine that was already 3 years ago? Still, the original 19 moment at WrestleMania remains one of the most symbolic endings in the history of WWE. And it will be remembered for years and years to come. I can assure you of that at the end of the day. But that simply is not all. Because what do you think about this big shutdown? What else is going to be shut down? What else is going to be deleted, demoted, not promoted? I mean, the White House right now, man, we got a shutdown. A literally legit shutdown right now. Government shutdown. What else can happen? What else can transpire, viewers, fans, and subscribers? It is absolutely fire. It is absolutely pivotal. Also, we got breaking news. A WWE return that we thought was certain has now all of a sudden become uncertain. Because according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters at this time, WWE return for this star, for this former champion, still uncertain after finger injury at WrestleMania. And the WWE has to be very careful with this one. Bianca Belair's WWE return has not been finalized, and she is still not in plans, as the WWE is still not sure what they're going to do with her and when she is going to return and who she's going to face upon her arrival back to World Wrestling Entertainment. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. It is all about your feedback. But ladies and gentlemen, what are you thinking? Shootings, drama, shutdowns, returns, rivals, champions, PLEs. We're covering it all because this is the place to be. Subscribe.